Hi, my name is Tiffany Clark, and I'm here to tell you what I've learned in this class for the past summer semester. Being that I'm a history major, this class has really brought out a lot of things that I didn't know about the value of education. From the very first lesson where we talked about the history of education and where the education originate from. Of course, I knew like the history of slaves and education, how it was forbidden. I learned that schools that exist today extended from the education system way back, centuries and centuries from now. One thing that really was interesting to me was the first lesson, how we discussed the children and how children learn from like playing and like roaming, basically adventures rather than reading and writing. I never knew that, and I never knew anything about students or children having playtime or playtime in the classroom. And that was very interesting to me. Following, as the course proceeded, the videos, I learned a lot about the scriptures in the Bible. I'm not extremely religious. I'm more spiritual. And I'm not like a Bible thumper, I don't know if you're familiar with that term. And so, like, when you assign the Bible scriptures, that's something I always look forward to because I never really truly looked at the Bible. And so when it was time to interpret it or dissect the scripture, it was always very fun to me, even though half of the time I didn't understand what the scripture was saying. But I still look forward to that. I learned that blacks had came a long way in the education system, from HBCUs until how schools are now. I learned that the timeline assignment, I learned a lot from that as well, because it's crazy how everything evolved. One thing that I will never forget from this class that I probably would take into my career myself is like the lessons that I learned from the book. I feel like the book really, really, really helped understand education from a teacher's point of view and a student point of view. I feel like the book was phenomenal, and I'm going to read the book again before I take the test for me to become a history teacher. It just taught different things, like how different people in the school can help a child, like from the coach to the regular teacher to the administrator. I never looked at anything like that. I just really thought that, teachers can only really help a child. I never really understood the dynamic of a coach and student relationship. Maybe because I wasn't on a sports team myself, but the book really helped with that. Overall, this course is really, really, oh Lord, I'm sorry. Overall, this course has really opened my eye into education on a different level. I have more sympathy and I really have more love for the education system now than I ever had before. Even though, it's not perfect or we're not where we need to be, it still broke it down to me and helped me understand a lot more. Thank you for the opportunity.